Once you fix yourself first, once you fix this internal nature, everything is possible. Everything is possible.
This is happiness!
Hello and welcome to another episode with Krishna, the Modern Monk. I'm here on this little edge of nowhere on the backside. The cicadas are chirping away in the trees above me. I got all the mangroves here on this side. I'm actually on the backside of the island. The western side is super busy right now with tourists, and the beaches are packed, but it's all good. I'm really relaxing. I'm enjoying myself right now here on Koh Lanta. I love Koh Lanta. It's a very slow, chill island. It's a place that I like to go when I like to relax, and there's enough things happening, enough nightlife, and enough things to do at the beach and so whatnot. So I just found myself here and tried to come out where there isn't hardly anybody, but it seems to be that tourists naturally follow. They see one tourist go, there's always someone else following. That's how it is with nature, and even sunset shots. I'll pull over to a sunset shot and there'll be nobody there, and they'll see one guy, and then another guy will show another guy. Everybody kind of is like sheep, they all follow suit. So, but I think that's just human nature. We see an empty restaurant, we're definitely not eating there. But if we see a bunch of tourists, we're like, well, if they're eating there, they're not dying, they're not getting sick, so maybe I'll go there too. But I really just wanted to talk a little bit about, just kind of off the cuff, no scripts, no nothing, and just be here about slowing down in your life and what that means. Because yesterday I was actually shooting this wonderful video. I was talking about life and letting go, and how most people say that I live the dream. I live this dream life, and I do. But I gave up a lot to get here, and that's what people don't understand, that I live very simply. I live also on a budget. I'm not going on day trips. I'm not in vacation mode. I'm actually very disciplined. I wake up, I might go for my morning swim, but that's part of my well-balanced day, one of the reasons I came here. But I'm also shooting content. I'm shooting sound of the waves. I'm making sure that my meditation videos are good. And then I'm sitting at cafes and working for 2-3 hours. And of course, I got incredible views. I'm not complaining about any of it. But I chose to give up things like a home, like a car, the attachments that actually weigh us down in life. And those are the things that are truly weighing you down: the bills, the life, grinding out life, the 9 to 5, and 9 to 5, all my jobs were always 10 or 12-hour days. I could hardly ever take off as an American. Any 2-week vacation, we're called short timers here in Thailand, where Europeans tend to be here. Oh, I'm traveling for a month or 3 months. So it's a lot better and different lifestyle than we have as an American. But as an American right now, everything's heightened. Everything's at a 7, an 8 as the baseline. Whereas here in Thailand, I'm starting off as a 0, a 1, relaxing, waking up. I'm not rushing. And if I don't like my place, then I just change it and I move somewhere else. Like right now, I moved further south on the island. I've never stayed in this area. And I'm just enjoying being right on the beach, where I don't have to drive to the beach or do anything. And I'm at a hostel. I'm sleeping with 6 other people, but it's air conditioning. There's no breakfast, but it's super cheap. I'm paying like $10 a day, and I have access to things. There's fruit ladies down the street. There's other things that are just right there, and I don't have to really, worry or have too much concern with where I'm going to get food. And actually, I've been on kind of a fruit shake diet lately, so it's felt good. And 7-Eleven's brand new on this Klong Ninh beach, so people are stoked about that. And iced coffee is for 40 baht. That's like $1.10. So a lot cheaper than Starbucks. But anyways, back to the point of, is that back in America, I feel like I'm never enough. I'm not doing enough. And that's just a real emotion. I'm just being honest with you. It's not that I don't feel enough about who I am. It's just that I don't have the right degree for that job, or I can't get into this place, or I don't know these people. And it's always something like this in America. And then you feel stuck in your job because you're barely paying the bills. And then there's also, the TV, the media, the pharmaceuticals on the commercials. When I'm back home, I just feel different. Here, I decompress from all that. I'm not watching TV. I'm not listening to the radio. I'm listening to my own music. I'm listening to the sound of the waves. I'm listening to the random chatter of people laughing, people at the beach. You know, people always seem to be happy at the beach for the most part. And it's just a calmer energy. I think I heard someone say yesterday, man, if you were sick or if you hated your life, and you just came here, you know, to Thailand, you wouldn't feel that way anymore. And I was like, I understand this beginner's mindset. It goes back to the Suzuki book that I used to read, The Beginner's Mind. It's kind of about Zazen or Zen mind, and taking that beginner's mindset with you everywhere that you go. So every feeling feels unique, and every feeling feels just beautiful and overwhelming, and you feel it. You're in the present moment, and that's the beautiful thing about coming to places like this, is it makes you be present. It slows your life down. The days get slower. You're not in a rush. You don't feel like, oh man, it's already dinner time and I gotta just eat, figure out where we're gonna eat. Is it gonna be the normal 5 choices? Here it's not like that. It's just like, okay, I could just take a walk down the beach, and whatever vibe I feel, that's the vibe I'm gonna eat at. So, but again, it takes giving up what you're attached to back home. That's the Buddhist philosophy of unattachment. That's the yogi in me that had to learn those lessons, that had to give up my guitars and sold tools and sold things that I thought I wanted in this life when I was a child. But as I'm growing up, I'm learning to let go more and more. And I think that's part of being mature and having mature conversations. And so I'm just loving life right now. And I'm hearing the Thai kids in the background. But just loving life. I'm enjoying being here. I'm enjoying the slower pace of life. I'm enjoying the ants on my legs right now. I'm just being real. This is just, like I said, no edits, no nothing. It's just all part of being part of this life and part of everything. What's up, buddy? How you doing? So it's just, I love the Thai kids, local Thai kids. He saw me on the street over there, so he's been following me around. But it's cool. I'm way in an area where most tourists aren't, and it's super nice and it's super chill, and the kids are lovely too. And whenever I see a fruit stand with children or anything else like that, then I just want to support that. I want to support them as much as possible. And here it's more mom and pop. It's more mom and pop for the area. And if you don't understand that term, it just means more local. It's kind of an American term I learned. I was saying that to this girl from the Netherlands, and she's like, what's mom and pop? And I was like, it just means local. It just like, it's not a chain. It's not some, I know I go to 7-Eleven, but it's not like a chain like that. Here in Thailand, you actually need 7-Eleven. But getting back to the point, I know I'm rambling, but that's what this video is about. It's just me talking on camera here to you. If you want to change your life, that's the point. And you want to shift something. You feel stuck. You feel this anxiety. Trust me, I know this feeling. I felt it too when I was back in the Southwest of the United States. I was just thinking and longing to be in places like I'm in now. You got to shift your mindset. And it takes time, folks. You got to start by having a garage sale. Just getting rid of stuff. You'll be surprised how therapeutic it is for you to start just letting go of stuff that you thought mattered. And you're like, yeah, $10, whatever, $5, give me $1 for that. And just letting go of stuff is making room for the universe, God, source, to replace that. Whatever it is that you call it in your life, she will replace that. The universe wants to see you succeed. The universe wants what you want. Sometimes we're standing in our own ways. That's the things I would teach in my yoga class all the time. Sometimes it's us that's in the way of us. And by letting go and relaxing, you can just breathe again. You can process life. You can process emotions. And that allows you to think differently. And in that time, when you just take a pause for the cause, for your own cause, the answers will come. The answers will come. Just like when people go like, hey, how'd you write that song? Like, I don't know, it just came to me in a dream, or it just came to me. Did it come to you, or did you allow yourself to be peaceful, allow yourself to pause, and then all of a sudden it created a space, a vacuum, a void, and that idea just floated into you. And that's what happens about people like me that like to travel, like to come to the Far East. like to be away from other natural tourists, is that we are here because I let go. I let go of the idea of who I was, and you almost got to walk through the fire. You got to become the phoenix. You got to go through the ashes and burn that old version of yourself. It doesn't mean you have to change who you are. You just have to burn that version of yourself that was attached to every single thing in your life that's weighing you down, that's no longer in alignment with your higher self. And your higher self, in that higher vibration, is what I'm feeling right now. And hopefully the cicadas aren't too loud here. I know it's kind of annoying, but it's kind of that meditation thing. When your environment's noisy, you got to remain calm. The waters inside you need to remain calm. And that's what the best tools for life, I think, is yoga and meditation, because it teaches us to be calm internally. And once you fix yourself first, once you fix this internal nature, everything is possible. Everything is possible. I wish you blessings of love and light. I wish you all the best. And I hope that this feeling of anxiety, this feeling of being stuck, that this video helped to alleviate, maybe gave you some answers. Start by letting go of one thing today. Donating some clothes, donating some old stuff. You know, don't be in a state of lack, thinking that you're never going to get that again. Be in a state of abundance and feel that you already have everything. Have a wonderful day. Blessings on your journey again. Namaste.